Welcome back. Let's get a winner. 32. Don't you love that? Hello and welcome back, all you wonderful roulette players. Again, I really appreciate your time because that's the most valuable thing we've got, right? Okay. So thank you to Deepak for sending in another strategy. He's calling it any dozen plus the zeros, right? And of course, if you've got a European table, it makes it even easier because you're spending less to get the same. So hopefully we can have some luck with this one because I've had some practice with it and it's worked out really well. Otherwise, I wouldn't be showing it. That's the fact. Have not gone to the casino and tried it out yet. That's another important fact as well. $500 bankroll. We're looking for $40 to $50 worth of profit, and then we have to reset. Now, Deepak has mentioned that he's winning 40 and 50 bucks per session, and he's doing it 3 or 4 times a day. He has, and he made a point of mentioning to me that he has had some bad days. It does happen. So you've got to be ready and aware. So you don't have to use up all your bankroll if things are going horribly, wrong. So just be aware that obviously you can get bad numbers. However, he has been able to make money using this. And based on my practicing, it's looking good. You've got to be prepared to go through a few losses though. That's the key here. You're going to lose more times than you win because you're playing with 1 dozen. Okay? So let's get set up first. What he mentions is you look at the history. You look at the history, see what dozen has been hitting. So he's gone with the most popular dozen in the last few spins. So I'm looking at it here, and we could pick either way. We could go with the second or third, okay? I'm just going to pick the second because it's easy for me. So the way he does it is he bets on all of the inside numbers except for 2. So you've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers covered with $1 unit on each. And also we're going to put $1 unit on each of the greens. So we've got a total of 12 bucks out here so far. Then the important part is $5 is going to go on a split between the 17 and 20. Obviously creating a jackpot couple of numbers for us, okay? But it's all about eventually getting something in the center. If you lose, you go up a level, okay? You keep going up a level until you get your win. So we've all seen where you can miss a particular dozen for quite a few spins sometimes. And that does happen. And it's, I've been playing a lot of dozens recently, and believe me, I've seen a lot of little streaks that scare me. But the truth is, it doesn't happen very often. But when it does, you've got to be prepared for it. And that's why you got the bankroll. But in my practice sessions, I've had really good luck with this. So let's play it out and see what your thoughts are. So the other note is I've only got 1 dauber on the table now, so that it's not so confusing. I'm confusing myself sometimes having the two of them on the table. So I took the other one off. Oh, quick swig. What are you going to give us? 12. Okay. Close to being a winner, but it's a flat out loser. Expect it because it's going to happen. When you're only covering 1/3 of the board, at least we've got the greens on our side. It's going to be a loss most times. All right. So just expect it. So what have we got out here? 17 bucks. I'm going to give up $17. There's 15, 16, 17. Because as you know, we got 10, 11, 12, plus the 5, 17. And of course, we're going to go straight up 1 unit. And I'm going to take a little bit more change just because I know I'm going to need it. Or I plan on needing it. Maybe I won't, but I'm going with it anyway, just in case. And in my practice sessions, I've needed it. So expect to lose 2 or 3 before you win, okay? All right, 12, I'm going to write it down before I forget. It's been a great week, guys, really has. It's Saturday morning right now. And I tell you, getting back from Vegas, I had to get into run mode as soon as I got back because I had a lot of work stuff to do. So I've been exceptionally busy. Wow, you got to be kidding me. A back-to-back 12, you son of a gun. All right, there you go. 12 back-to-back. Look at that. That sucks. Give me a winner and give me that. So now what have we got? We got $34 out here. So 35. I'm gonna give 35. Take $1 back. And again, we're gonna go straight up. One more unit. And as you can imagine, it looks like it's getting a little expensive. But expect that, because that's exactly what's gonna happen. You know, if the odds were even, this is when we would get our number, okay? Because this would be the third spin, and typically we would get fortunate, but that's not the way it goes on roulette. You know that. Every spin is supposed to be independent. Quick swig. I'm just glad it wasn't 12, because that would have just sucked. We're only 2 steps away from 12. Look at that. But 19 is a fantastic number. All right. So with that, we're going to clear off the board and price it out separately, because what we're going to do is possibly move to a different dozen now that we've had our hit. So those are all losses. We got 3 straight up. So what have we got? 70, 105, right? I believe that's correct. 35, 35 is 70, 105. Beautiful. So 15 there, 30, 40, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 105. Just going to make sure that's 20. Yes, it is. Yep, perfect. All right, 105, straight up hit, right? Beautiful. Nice. Let's see where we're at. It took 3 spins, but we got there. I'm just going to count it just to make sure. There's my $80. There's my 20. There's my 4. So we're up 2, 4, and $6. Nice. I just wanted to break it down just so you could see it, okay? So I could see how you can, if you ratchet it up so high that it's going to take maybe possibly more than 1 hit to get all your money back. But you can see we made $6 on that, and we lost 2 straight out, right? We were on the 3rd level, I believe it was. So let's just keep playing so you can see it again. Now, what Deepak does suggest is always looking, every time you win, look at the history to see what has been, you know, positive, what has been coming up on a regular basis. And the first dozen, I'm going to say the first dozen is kind of the most recent. So I'm going to switch and go with the first dozen here. And we're going to do exactly the same thing again. Just like that. And we'll cover the zeros, remember? And we're going to put $5 on the split, on the 5 and 8. This one would be the 17, 20. And if you do the third dozen, it's going to be 29, 32. Let's get going. That's our first win. So hopefully we can get a few more just like that. But use the history to select the right dozen. Obviously, every spin is independent, so you never truly know what's going to be hot. Oh, that's good tea. Come on, give us something small. Hey, look at that. Sometimes it's nice to be right. Obviously, it would be beautiful if it was right here, right? Because these are the jackpot numbers. But we'll definitely take a 2. So it's going to pay $35. So we're going to lose $16, right? That's all losses. But we're going to get paid $35. So we're going to get all of this back. So that's 16. So that's another 5. So that's 20. 30, 35, 15, 25. What the heck am I doing? 25, 30, 35. Fair enough? Beautiful. Love it. Okay, we come down, make sure where we are, make sure we've got all of our monies, and check out how much we're up. And with that, we did well. All of this is profit. So we just made 18 bucks. You can't beat that, guys. That's really nice. I'm going to give 10 bucks over there, take $10 back, put it over here, and let's go again. Now that's obviously the best case scenario, right? Where you make your initial bet and you get a win right away. But that's going to happen as well. Let's be honest. It's going to happen. So with that, that's the number 2. Now, I'm going to stay with the same things that Deepak is suggesting. Go with the hot dozen. So, because I automatically now want to move to the 3rd dozen. I don't know why. I just feel like the need to migrate over there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stay with the 1st dozen, just like he said. So with that, I'm going to go straight back and do the bets as you know them. I'm going to have $10 all the way around the outside. We're going to have the greens, and we're going to go ahead and spin again, guys. And again, I like it because it's pretty simple. You can get to profit really quickly, and you are betting a little bit more than I would like to on the initial level, but for a $500 bankroll, that is. But it can happen. It can happen very quickly. So 22 is a negative number. We lose 17 bucks. So let's give up the 17, just like that. And now obviously I'm going to come straight back, and I'm going to take 20 more, guys, so I can double up, essentially. Go up 1 level. I shouldn't say double up because it's not a double. In this case, it's a double, but we're just going up 1 unit, okay? Make sure I've got everything at 2. I do. And of course, the 5 and 8 is our hot numbers. Sorry, our jackpot numbers. And hopefully we can achieve it. So with that, I'm going to put 22 down there. There it is. Okay. Start on a new line. But it's been a successful week, guys. I've done well. I really have done well this week. It's just been really positive coming back from Vegas, bringing back a few dollars, a few extra dollars after all the other, expenses that happen over there. And, just been kind of rolling in and not being pressured to do anything. I haven't had a lot of time this later part of this week to gamble, but when I have, I've just done simple things, $30, $50 winnings, and then moving on. If you're staying too long, it's the same old story, guys. You expect too much. So come with a $500 bankroll, expect $40 to $50, but don't push it, okay? Don't push your luck. That's the biggest thing we could always say about any gambling. Don't push your luck. Just win a small piece, may it be 10%, and move on. 12 is a great solid hit, right? We got lucky again. As Deepak says, stay with the hot dozen. And I wanted to go downtown, but you know something? It hasn't been there. So I'm glad I didn't listen to myself. 12. These all come down because they're all losers. And that's a loser. We still haven't hit a jackpot number yet, but that's okay. We're going to get paid $70. That should be 20. I'm just going to make sure. That's a quick 20. Yep. 30, 40, 50, 60, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 70. Beautiful. 20, 40, 60, 70 bucks. Beautiful. All right, with that, let's come down because I know we've made some more money. Love that. Let me just count out the 80 here. There's my 80. So this is profit. 21 bucks. Goes over there. Not bad, guys. Not bad. And in a very short period of time, 10, 20, 30, that's $40. $46, guys. Now, obviously, we didn't have too much bad stuff here. We had 3 bad ones in a row, and then we had two losses. So we had a few losses, but nothing crazy. Again, expecting small wins from a $500 bankroll is what you should do. If you want more money, go to the table and bet larger numbers, okay, unit sizes. But again, you're gonna get your dozen. Now, you could run into a bad scenario, which I have done many times, where you could get anything but the dozen that you're betting for 15 rolls in a row. I've done that too. Be prepared for it. If it's getting ugly though, and it's just not your day, get the hell out of there. But this is a quick way to make make 40 or 50 bucks in a short space of time. What is it? 16 minutes, and I've been doing that for, you know, probably at least 3 of it. So another good option. Pick on a dozen that's hot, or, you know, that's been relative, I suppose, in the last 4 or 5 hits, and go with the most common one, which we did, and it's worked out for us, guys. So we didn't even hit the greens. We didn't even hit the jackpot numbers, which is a big deal. If we had got the jackpot numbers, we would have been done 5 minutes ago. So let's play it out just a couple more times, just so you can see it. Maybe we can get into a bad roll. All right, I'm going to put all this to the side like we haven't won anything yet. And we're going to start again. I'm going to go ahead and spin. That was 12. You know, I'm just going to go for the bottom here, guys. I know the history doesn't tell us that. It's actually the coldest dozen. But I'm just going to go with the coldest dozen to see what happens, okay? So with that one, we're just going to bet all the way around the perimeter, just like you saw me do on the others. And of course, we're going to cover the 29 and 32. And on this one, we've got the greens too, right? So let's get to it. And let's see if we can get a little lucky. I'm hoping that we get multiple losses in the way and prove that Deepak knows what the heck he's talking about, because go with the hottest dozen. Why wouldn't you, right? But I'm pushing the envelope here because I kind of want to try and prove a point. Okay, there you go. That's why you stay away, all right? You stay with what the system is supposed to be. Don't outthink the system. That's what I'm trying to do. So 1 is obviously not a good number. We're going to lose 17 bucks, so I'm going to give that up right away. But you've seen in the past, as long as we hit about 1 to every 3 or 4 ratio, we're going to do well here. So hopefully we can recoup. That was 1. So that first dozen, guys, has been very popular, no doubt. But we're looking for a jackpot number. That would be amazing. We haven't hit 1 yet. Even in my practice session, only on my first practice session did I hit the jackpot number. Well, 35 is a great number because it is a winner. Beautiful. That's a nice solid win. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to double up, didn't I? I forgot to double up because, you know, we lost the first one and I should have doubled up. So I'm going to do that because I would have done that, guys. So with that, I'm going to take 20. All right. So my mistake, but you know, I would have owned up to it if it had gone wrong too. That's a fact. So we have now $34 out here in play, and we got 35 straight up. So we lose all these. And we lose that one as well. And we're going to get paid 70 bucks straight up. 10, 20, 30, 40. 50, 60. There it's 20, 40, 50, 60. $70 straight up, right? Very nice. So with that, I'm going to put that in there. Make sure I've got 80. There's my original 500. Very nice, okay? Very nice. But you know, I'm just trying to prove the point here. I'm gonna go back to straight up again, as if we were starting from scratch, because I don't think that one was completely right. I think I screwed up something. So I'm just gonna do it again, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. So 35 was the number. And I hate making mistakes like that. So with that said, 35, I'm just gonna go with the same dozen. And hopefully we can get a few losses in a row. Because right now we're just getting very fortunate with some numbers. 35 was the last number. Let's go again. Yeah, I wasn't sure on the payout there, guys. For some reason, I thought I screwed something up. So I'm not going to take that as a win. We're just going to do it again. And if I can win 2 in a row, you know it's got some credibility. Unfreaking believable. No way. Wow. Okay, well, that was kind of fortunate, right? Let's be honest. So with that, that is all losses. We're going to lose the 16 bucks, but we're going to get paid 35. So we're going to do pretty well here. But again, you get the point, guys. I don't think I need to pay it all out and show you again, but you can reach 40 to 50 bucks pretty damn easy if you just, you know, you come to the table with the right bankroll and you leave as soon as you get your winnings. So Deepak does make a big statement on, as soon as you get a win, come back down to level 1, come back down to base, no matter what. Even if you're a little bit behind, come back down to level 1, okay? As soon as you get a win, consider coming to level 1 so you can start again. You will get your streaks of good numbers as well. So just be aware of that. You will get your streaks of bad numbers where you'll be missing the dozen that you're playing, but you'll get your streak of good numbers too. You've just got to last it. You've got to hold out long enough to get your side of the streaks. So you saw it, how it played out here. Hopefully it's another consideration for you. Any dozen plus the zeros. We didn't even hit the zeros and we didn't even hit any of the jackpot numbers. And we made money very quickly. Thanks, guys. Really catch you later. Thank you.